Hello students, it's Nazia Begum here, your physics lecturer, welcoming you all in today's lecture. In previous lecture, we have discussed about reflection, nature of light and how reflection takes place and how we can see different objects with the help of light, with the help of reflection of light. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss reflection of light from plane surface, and for that surface we will use plane mirror. So here in front of you, you can see one diagram of reflection of light from a plane mirror, and M dash, this is one mirror. Students, be very careful when you are drawing the mirror, because simply drawing one straight line doesn't resemble mirror. If you have to draw the mirror, okay, this type of line should be there. If you simply draw one straight line, that will be considered as glass, and there is a huge difference between glass and mirror. The difference is that through glass the light can pass, but through mirror the light cannot pass. Okay, when a simple glass is polished from one side, what is mirror? Mirror is actually one glass. Okay, in that glass at one side we make polishing, we do the polishing, and that polishing is of silver color, because silver, that color, okay, silver color surface is a very highly reflective surface. So the mirror is painted silver, and to secure that silver coating, over that green, black or orange color is painted. Okay, so that orange, green or black color paint actually work as a cover for the silver polishing. If at your home you have mirror, so if you turn it, you will see mostly in most of the mirror orange color painting is there. Okay, and in some mirror green or black color paint also you can see, that protects the silver polish. So mirrors are once polished with silver color. Okay, glasses are once polished with silver color, then they become mirror. So now I hope you all have understood what is a mirror. It is a polished glass. Okay, now the unpolished side that works like mirror. So here you can see one ray of light is coming, and as we have already discussed that this ray of light is actually small bundles of energy which are called as photon. So the light ray which is coming towards mirror strike the mirror. Here you can see it strikes the mirror, but it cannot pass through it, so that's why it travels back in another direction. So the ray which is coming towards mirror is called incident ray. The ray which is going away from the mirror, it is called reflected ray, because reflection has happened here, so this ray is called reflected ray. Then the incident ray, at which point the incident ray strikes the mirror, that point is called point of incidence, and from the point of incident we draw one normal here. Okay, from the point of incident in mirror we draw one normal. Normal is nothing but one perpendicular line from the mirror surface. Then the angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. The angle between reflected ray and normal is called angle of reflection. Now my dear students, be very careful that both the angles, angle of incidence and angle of reflection, they are made with one ray and normal. Okay, they are between the rays and normal, not between the ray and mirror. Okay, because in junior classes as well as in higher classes also, in 10th or even in 12th also, students do one silly mistake. What? They draw the angle here. Okay, when we ask them what is angle of incidence, they mark here. For angle of reflection, they mark here. Don't do that stupid mistake. Okay, both the angles, angle of incidence and angle of reflection, they are made with normal, not with the mirror. Okay, so the angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence, and reflected ray and normal is called the angle of reflection. Now I hope that you all are understanding that what these terms are there. Okay, this is the plane mirror, point of incidence, incident ray, reflected ray, normal, angle of incidence, angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is denoted by small I, angle of reflection is denoted by small r. Now let's discuss laws of reflection of light. So the first law of reflection is that the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal all lie in the same plane. So here in diagram you can see this is one plane. On this plane only angle incident ray, reflected ray and normal, they all lie on this same plane at one common point, which is the point of incidence. And the second rule of reflection of light is that the angle of incidence is always equals to angle of reflection. Okay, remember the term I used always. Angle I is always equals to angle R. This is the second law of reflection of light. So here you can see, if the incident angle is 35 degree, the reflected angle also will be 35. If I is 45, R also will be 45. So like that, whatever will be the value of I, the same value will be of R. Okay. Now, if suppose the incident ray is perpendicular to the mirror, at that time, what will be the value of angle I? When I ask this question to students, they say that angle will be 90 degree. They measure angle here this side. Okay, so whenever I ask students that if the light is coming perpendicular to the mirror, incident ray is perpendicular to the mirror, then what is the angle of incidence? So they say angle of incidence is 90 degree, which is absolutely wrong. Because angle of incidence is not between mirror and ray, as I have told you. It is between incident ray and normal. So when the light ray is coming perpendicular and is striking here, this is the point of incidence, and the normal is drawn from the point of incidence only. So normal also will be here only. So the normal and the incident ray, they both coincide with each other. So the angle between them will be 0 degree. And that's why angle of incidence here will be 0 degree only. Is it clear, student? Okay, incident ray and normal, the angle between them is called angle of incidence, and because here incident ray is perpendicular to the mirror and normal is also perpendicular to the mirror, that's why the angle between them will be 0 degree. And if angle I is 0 degree, so angle R also will be 0 degree. Okay, so in case if incident ray is normal to mirror, the reflected ray also will be normal to mirror. Here the reflected ray is shown here by red line a little below, but actually it is not like this. Okay, whatever path the incident ray is following, the same path the reflected ray also will follow. Okay, just to make it easy for you to understand, we have drawn two rays like this. Okay, but they are not two, they look like one ray only. Whatever incident ray is there, same in same place reflected ray also will be there, but only the direction will be opposite. Now let's discuss types of reflection. So there are two types, regular reflection and diffuse reflection of light. When the light rays, see, light rays are parallel to each other and they are traveling in a very high speed, so they travel in a straight line, and so many straight line together make a light beam. Okay, so these are the light rays falling on a mirror. This is one mirror, a plain surface, a smooth, it is not mirror, sorry, because here we can't see that line here. So it is simply a smooth surface which can be plain mirror. Okay, so a smooth surface we have in which light rays are incident here. Okay, and after reflection also they are parallel to each other. So here you can see incident rays are parallel as well as reflected rays are also parallel to each other. So this type of reflection, okay, where the reflected rays follow same kind of behavior as incident rays, this is called regular reflection, and regular reflection occurs only in smooth surfaces. Okay, here you can see this is the one incident ray related to this is the reflected ray, and here will be their normal. Okay, for this ray here will be the normal. So for different rays different normal we will draw, and when we compare angle I and R, we will get I is always equals to R. But when the reflection occur in rough surface, this type of rough surface, that time what happen? See, incident rays are parallel to each other, but after reflection they are not parallel. They are going in different direction. Why is this happening? Is this the failure of law of reflection? According to second law, I is always equals to R. So if I is equals to R, all the rays should go in one direction only, parallel to each other. So why here rays are going in opposite direction? It is because of the rough surface, not because of the failure of law of reflection. Whatever law of reflection, two laws of reflection we have discussed, they are always applicable in case of reflection. Okay, they can never fail. So here in diffuse reflection also, laws of reflection does not fail. I is equals to R, but for different ray, you can see here it is a bulging out part. For this a different type of part. Here you can see the ray is coming here, it is going there. This is a little, okay, you can see this part here, a backside, little backside. So that's why its ray is going here. So here the incident rays are falling on different parts having different kind of symmetry, okay, different kind of shapes, and that's why all the rays are going in different direction. Okay, so here the angle I and angle R for one ray, okay, suppose this is one incident ray and this is its reflected ray. So for them both angle I is equals to R, but the angle I for this ray is different from this one. So all the rays here are having different values of angle I, and that's why the reflected rays are also having different values of angle R. That's why they all are going in different directions. I hope I am clear to you all. In this case what happened? All the incident rays are having same value of I. So all the reflected rays are also having same value of R. That's why reflected rays are also parallel to each other. But in this case what happened? All the incident rays are having different values of I. For first ray, angle I's value is different. For second ray, there is another value of angle I. For third ray, there is third value. And that's why the reflected rays are also having different values of angle of reflection. That's why they are moving in different directions. I hope now I am clear to you all. Okay, I hope I have cleared your concept about diffused reflection. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Images are of two types: real images and virtual images. Real images are those which can be seen on screen. Virtual images are those which cannot be obtained on screen. Okay. So here you can see two pictures are there in front of you. In first one you can see one cinema screen is there. Okay. On this screen you can see from somewhere the light is coming. The light is reflecting back, and because of that one image is appearing on screen. So this is a kind of real image. But here in this second picture you can see one girl is standing in front of mirror and its image is visible in mirror, but after getting reflected from mirror, this image cannot be obtained on screen. If you stand in front of your mirror putting paper in your hand, can you see yourself in paper? No. So that image is what? That is virtual image. Okay. Now this is it for today's lecture. More things, so many interesting things we will discuss about reflection. Okay, and with that, real image, virtual image, and all other concepts will be more clear to you all. Till then, goodbye, take care, do some productive work, and the most important thing, be healthy, be safe.